Welcome back to Brave Fencer Musashi. Last time we did battle with our rival, Kojiro, and we even saved the princess. So yay us, we actually got a lot done that time. And today, we're going to go after the thieves that try to steal the bell and try to set fire to the village. We're going to get them today. And our investigation starts... Well, not right now, because we need some supplies before we actually head out to go hunt for those thieves. Because we're pretty lacking in what we might need. Probably going to need a couple of more mints, maybe some biscuits. But while I go shopping for supplies, why don't we go show off the fire scroll and see what it does. So the fire scroll is one of the first scrolls that actively damage enemies. It is also one of the first scrolls that will deplete as you use it. For example, the fire scroll has a flamethrower that you can use, and the more that you use it, or rather, the more that you hold the button down, the faster that the meter will deplete. Also, if enemies touch the little flames that are surrounding you, those do contact damage, and that also depletes the meter. But damage-wise, this scroll actually does a fair amount of damage to just about any enemy. Granted, later on in the game when we get to really beefy enemies, it's not really practical to use, but for what it's worth, it actually does a fair amount of damage. And just like the water scroll, the fire scroll also has an effect on plant enemies. If you set plants on fire, then they'll burn for 10 damage every second or so. And it's not enough to kill them, but it's a pretty neat effect anyway. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to use the flamethrower to do damage. You just have to touch enemies to do some contact damage. But I recommend you don't use both at the same time, because then your meter will deplete 4 times as fast as opposed to 2 times as fast. Anyways, back at the village, we've loaded up on all sorts of different stuff, and I think we're ready to find where the thieves are hiding. So let's get to it. And I think I remember hearing Ripson talking about the mercenaries looking into the matter, so maybe they have some information that we can use.
Sir Musashi, why did thou cometh hither?
We're going to start with mercenary Meatloaf and work our way down. Oh, so they're in Meandering Forest, huh? Alright. Oh, and he also has a coded message. And it reads... Something about a knight, don't worry which way you're facing, always go up. Straight ahead. Huh, alright. We got our first clue, but I think we're going to need a little more to go off on than just that. So we'll have to talk to the other mercenaries and see what they found out. Also, you should totally write this down, because the only way you can look at this information again is if you re-talk to all of the mercenaries over. Which kind of sucks, because I don't want to have to keep going back and forth between Meandering Forest and here. Anyways, up next is Mercenary Stew. Let's see what message she has. It says, left, right, right, left, straight ahead. Well, this looks more like concrete directions. Maybe we can just go off of this. But the top is still missing. We already have the bottom, so the only person left to talk to is Mercenary Pot Roast. Maybe he has even more directions for us. Alright, meandering forest, four-way path, gold, knight, knight, bishop. What the hell's that supposed to mean? It's a knight or a bishop. Well, I know what those are. Those are pieces in chess, but what the fuck's a gold? Oh! Shogi? Now, where I've heard that name before. Oh! Of course! The library book! I guess we now know where we're going next, but first, let's pay the artisan a visit, because he offered to upgrade our sword earlier, and we're going to take him up on his offer. I'm doing good. I don't use fusion for either of those things, so I don't know if you actually helped me. Well, anyways, our fusion has now gotten stronger, and it also changed the glow from blue to yellow. Alright, now let's go to the library and read a book about shogi.
Taketh care on your journey.
Oh, Sir Musashi, been waiting for you.
But first, let's get some gossip.
The palace's washrooms are meticulously clean. Janitor Sloppy Joe makes it so.
Who's maintaining the washrooms now? Because I'm pretty sure we haven't rescued Janitor Sloppy Joe. Oh boy. I hate to be these people. Well, anyways, let's check out that book on shogi. And to be thorough, let's start with the very first subject. What is shogi? Let's see here. Shogi is a favorite pastime of this realm, similar to chess. I've played that before. Each player gets a knight, rook, bishop, 2 kinds of gold, silver, knight, lance, and 9 pawns for a total of 20 pieces. So, let's see here. The only ones that we're concerned with is the gold, knight, and the bishop. So let's find out about those, starting with the gold. Alright, the gold can move 1 space in any direction, except diagonally. Well, that makes sense for this puzzle, but I'm pretty sure in real shogi, gold pieces can move 1 space diagonally. Don't quote me on that, it's based on what I've read. Anyways, the knight can move 2 spaces up and 1 space to the right or left. So basically, knights can move in an L shape, just like in regular chess. And even though the lance is not a part of the puzzle, let's go ahead and find out about it anyway. And the lance can move any number of spaces up, which kind of sounds like a weird mistranslation of this puzzle, because why are we finding out about the lance as opposed to the bishop, unless the bishop and the lance do the same thing, which I mean, in regular chess that's not true, but you know what, whatever. I'm not going to think too hard on this. I think we got all the information that we need.
Goodbye. Come back soon.
Well, we now know where the hideout is, but there's still one more thing we need to do, and that is to train. And here we are at Meandering Forest. And after a training montage, we have reached our maximum level for this chapter. So let's go get them thieves. The music's changed. And I don't remember this sign being here. Let's see what it says. Go down if you get lost. Topo. And it's addressed to Ben and Ed. Well, whatever that's supposed to mean. Anyways, let's see here. Our first piece and first direction is gold. And the direction is left, so we should go one space to the left. Alright, now that we're here, we've got night and right. I'm going to assume that we're going to reserve the right for when we turn. So I guess we go 2 spaces forward and then 1 space to the right? Huh? What's this sign doing here? Is that another one of these clues? What? It's the same sign! How'd I end up back here? Ah, jeez. Did I do something wrong? Let's try that again. 1 space to the left, right? And then 2 spaces forward, and then 1 space to the right. And there's that sign again! Alright, something screwy's going on. Let me see here. Oh! The last part of the puzzle. Where it says, don't worry about which way you're facing, just go up for the night. Ah, jeez. Okay, let's try that again. Go to the left 1 space. And now we're going to go up 2 spaces and 1 space to the right. Let's see if we got this right this time. Alright. We haven't got that doo-doo-doo-doo sound effect, so I guess we actually did it right. Alright, next up is another night, and it is facing to the right. So we just go 2 spaces up and to the right one more time. Hey, check it out! Snow! We must be making progress. Alright, this time it's a night, but this time we're going to go to the left instead of right. You know, funny story, when I first played this game and I got to this part, as I mentioned before in the thread, I was a really stubborn kid and I had a big problem with trying to read dialogue. So, unless it was voiced, I didn't really know what was going on. So when it came time to do this puzzle, because I didn't know any of the clues, I ended up just brute forcing my way to the end, which took way longer than it really should have. Like, it probably took a couple of days, maybe even a week to get to this part.
Is this the Thieves Hideout? In I go! The door's open. They in there? Hey, you! You one of those dumb thieves?
Dumb thieves? Ah, you mean leader's force. Do I look like I belong with such scum? My name is Ginger Ale. Isn't it an exquisite name, darling?
Sorry, don't know much about the names in this world. By the way, is this the Thieves Hideout?
Perhaps. But they're not here at Frozen Palace anymore, darling. I wonder where they went.
Shoot, came here for nothing. I've let the geezer down too. Hey, where are you going?
Sorry, but I have no time to babysit. See you later. Don't catch cold, darling.
I wonder who she is. Brr. Anyways, maybe I can find something about the 5 scrolls before I catch a cold.
Well, it looks like we just missed the thieves, but I guess we could do a little bit of exploring. And maybe we'll find out something about the 5 scrolls. Or maybe we'll find some of their loot lying around. Though, considering our first encounter with Ben and Ed, I don't exactly think that these thieves are very competent. But who knows? Maybe we will find something. I mean, not to mention, this place is pretty sweet. I mean, they got a whole foyer and everything. Although they could probably use a heater or two. Just saying. Let's check out these stairs over here. Oh. Apparently it's so cold that the stairs have frozen into some sort of slope, and we can't climb them. I guess we'll have to come back to that later, till I can figure out what we're gonna do to get up there. Huh. Weird looking door. I wonder how you open that. Red eye. Oh boy. I get the feeling we're gonna be hunting for keys in this dungeon. So this dungeon is not exactly a straightforward dungeon, unlike the other 2 that we've been in. So, to compensate for this, the game has added a plant enemy that has an ability that's really useful for this dungeon. And that ability is Map. We just hit the circle button and it will bring up a map of the Frozen Palace. So here's what it looks like normally. And what you see here is basically what we've been in so far. And as you go through the dungeon, more of the map's going to fill out. But instead of going through all of that, let me just put up the whole map in its entirety in the right-hand corner of our screen. So that way we can refer to it whenever I go to a different area. And that way you don't get lost when you're watching this back. Anyways, there's a chest over here. And it's a memory box, and you should probably use it because I'm pretty sure you don't want to have to go through meandering forest over again just to get back here. Because that's a pain in the ass, and you don't want to do that. Alright then, now let's get to exploring. I'm gonna pick this door down here. Let's see where it takes me. It's some kind of broken ramp. Can't exactly get up here the regular way. Let's see if these poles can help me get up there. What? Oh, jeez. It's another one of those slippery slopes. Dangum sandals don't have enough traction to get up there. I guess we'll have to turn around. Oh, it's my favorite enemy with their favorite ability. So these guys have a really good ability that I'm going to be using a lot throughout this dungeon, and even in the boss. And that ability is D-Kick, or Dynamite Kick. just hit the circle button to unleash an explosive dropkick. So the cool thing about this is that not only do you kick, you actually go forward when you kick. So it actually serves as a pretty good dash. Also, my thing is going off, which means there's a bencho field somewhere. Oh, it's up there. Can't get up there right here, so we'll have to go around. And this room has penguins in it. Alright. Let's see if we can progress in this area. And it doesn't look like we can, because I don't think I can double jump up there. And even if I could, I probably would just slide off, just like the rest of those slopes that we've been running into. Fun fact about these penguins, though, they're one of the few enemies that you can't absorb to get an ability. Also, well, I killed that one. Let me try to get it to do work on this guy. If you attack him enough, their head will fall off. Oh, dang it. Alright, last chance. Let's try it on this one. So if you attack them enough times, their head falls off, and they reveal a gun underneath, and now they're just going to wander around aimlessly and shoot at random stuff. Anyways, progress isn't this way, so let's go back to the foyer. Alright, there's only one other place to go. Hopefully this will lead to progress. Alright, more penguins. And another one of those eye doors. Oh boy. And this one's blue. Oh. Now we got penguins pushing cubes of ice. Alright. And they're all going over some sort of crevice. And it looks like it reaches almost to the end, so maybe we can hitch a ride on one of these and get to the other end. Alley-oop. Alright, we got it. Okay, so according to the map, we can go either up or to the right. Up goes to someplace new, going to the right leads back to someplace we've already been. So let's check out the upper path. Ah, it's full of more penguins. Okay. Wait a minute, I've seen that design before. I wonder. Let's read this sign and see what it says. May the lonely have victory. Well, I wouldn't exactly say Musashi is a lonely guy. I mean, he's got friends, I guess. But I get what the puzzle's trying to tell me. We need to get rid of all these penguins. Also, surprisingly, all the enemies in this area are pretty beefy, despite the fact that we're at our max level currently. So if you were to come here with a level lower than 22, you're probably going to have a tough time trying to take out all these enemies, because it takes a few swings at this level just to take out one of these guys. So if you are in that situation, you probably should get D-kick and start D-kicking everything. Oh, there's a chest. I wonder what's inside. And we got Red Eye. The item. We didn't actually get Red Eye. Well, I know where we're going to put this. So let's head back to the foyer. But before we do that, let's check out what's on the right. and see where that leads. Oh, leads back here. So now we have access to this Bencho field. Alright, let's find out what's behind this eye door.
Use red eye? Ah, give it a try.